Welcome back. So Kenya is facing an urgent shortage of corneas needed to restore sight for nearly 30,000 people. The crisis persists as communities continue to struggle with long-held fears about organ donation and the stigma surrounding cornea transplants, even though the procedure relies solely on the tissue taken from the deceased. Now, Kenya's Eye Bank is appealing to the public to embrace cornea donation, stressing that the sight-restoring tissue must be harvested immediately after death. Brenda Wanga has more.
Imagine the vibrant colors of Kenya, the matatus, the markets, the faces of your family slowly fading into a permanent grey fog. This was a reality for Elizabeth Bosibori, a teacher, Teresa Mwende, a medic, and John Shege, a law student. These three were losing their sight from different eye ailments. Life was passing them by in a blur.
Because of an extended deterioration in my vision over the previous 8 or 10 years that came about because of an injury to my eye from a splash of some pesticide. I visited the doctors initially, and they told me that I needed a cornea transplant to improve my vision. For some time I used contact lens, but my vision deteriorated. I had struggles, especially in my academics, and it eventually led me to joining a blind school. I have schooled in a blind school, the Kai school for the visually impaired, and I was using Braille then.
A cornea transplant has restored their sight and their dignity.
It has changed how I see things from how I used to see things. Yeah, like I see better, to be honest. I can walk at night, I can do things, I can drive, you know, I'm confident, more confident, and just happy. My vision has improved considerably. I'm able to use my computer comfortably. I'm able to mark my students' projects. I'm able to read large documents, which is part of the requirements of my job.
The transplant involved replacing the damaged clear front layer of their eyes with healthy tissue. But there was a catch. The tissue must come from a human donor, and it must be harvested within hours of death.
Again, it's very important that cornea should be taken within 6 hours, because whenever the death happens, so every tissue has something living hours. So cornea lives only for 6 hours.
In fact, in our own hospital, we have a backlog of more than 1,100 patients who are waiting for a cornea. And in the whole country, statistics show that we need 30,000 corneas to help many who are not able to have a good vision.
Today, as we gather under one roof.
If the need is so high, why are the shelves empty? The answer lies deep within the country's traditions. In many Kenyan communities, the sanctity of the body after death is paramount. The idea of harvesting eyes is often met with fear, suspicion, or cultural resistance. The beneficiaries of such transplants, however, say there is no need for fear.
For the general society, especially the Kenyan people, yeah, it is not a taboo to donate a cornea, because you will end up giving that someone dignity. Yeah. So that's like how my dignity and dependence has been reduced right now. I used to even work with white canes.
It really doesn't influence how me thinking that it's from a dead person, or no, it doesn't really, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go home.
Cornea donation and harvesting has taken root in countries like Sri Lanka, the USA, India, and Nepal, especially in cultures that practice cremation. Now, the only eye bank housed at the Lion Sight First Hospital in Nairobi hopes that Kenyans will begin to change their beliefs around these donations that are critical in restoring sight to the living. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.